Today I'm going to share with you a very, very special piece from Hermes, and I have a bit of a confession to make too. So stay tuned to see the piece. I actually have two things to show you, and to see what my confession is, how I have done you wrong. Stay tuned. Hi YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury living on a budget, from high-end luxury handbags and small goods to the everyday luxuries of life. If that sounds interesting to you, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post new videos, and be sure to like the videos that you enjoy. And one of the perks of subscribing to my channel is you get to see my community post on your YouTube homepage, where I post deals, discount codes, sales, and rare finds related to these beautiful things we love. Alright, so I have this incredibly special piece from Hermes to share with you. I'm very lucky to have been able to get my hands on this, but I need to confess something to you first. I purchased this a little more than a year ago, and I somehow forgot to tell you guys about it. I never filmed the unboxing, so I'm doing it now. My deepest apologies. It would have been nearly impossible to get anyway. It was nearly impossible to get when I got it. I only got it because a friend had a sales associate who was able to get it for me. It was sold out online at the time. It then, I think, popped back up. There were a few pieces in this line. I have two to show you. A few of them kept popping back up. Last I checked, these aren't available, but you can still find them pre-loved. So any that I do find pre-loved, I will link below in case you're interested in picking up something similar. All right, let's pull the item out, pull the box out. I've wrapped it back up. And look, a lot of you are going to know what's in here, okay? Don't leave just because you think you know what's in here. This is very special. I want you to stay and watch it and hear a little bit about why it's so special, because it's such a cool piece. Now, since I got it a year ago, the ribbon's not on it. It's right here, and I don't know how to tie it back up well enough, so I didn't even bother trying. All right, let's open it. Oh, okay, I'm gonna grab that. You'd think, so many of us still do that, right? We open a box, we're trying to show it to the camera, and the paperwork falls out. You'd think we'd learn. Apparently I still haven't. My receipt is in this little envelope. I will tell you how much I paid for this. It is significantly more than what these usually cost because it's a very special one, as I keep saying. I also have the tag and the care booklet that I will tell you about and show you. And in the tissue paper, we have this. It is indeed an Hermes silk scarf, but a very special one. This should be a drinking game. Every time I call it very special, take a drink of whatever you fancy. All right, let's find a corner and let's unfurl. That's my favorite part of the scarf unboxings. I love it. Let me give you a big overview of this scarf, and then I'll bring it closer and show you some details, and we'll talk about the scarf and why it's so special. This is the Brie de Gala design, but it's marbled. Yeah, I'm just gonna come close and kind of move it around so you can see some of the details, and then we'll talk. Tell you the story behind this, and I'll show you a couple more details in this scarf that are different from Hermes' usual silk scarves. So you saw how those colors and the pattern are marbled. That is what makes this scarf so special. It's because that technique of printing the marbled color on silk is this old Japanese practice that has become almost extinct. There's only one family now that does it anymore, and Hermes spent many years tracking them down, and now they work with that family to create these. So Hermes silks are usually made in France, but these are made in Japan. There's a video that I highly recommend you watch because it's very interesting. It'll give you a lot more information than I'll give you in this video about that marbling process. It's like a little documentary almost that Hermes created. It's on their YouTube channel. I'll have it linked below. And it's about this process. It shows this family creating a design and how it's done. It's very interesting. They include this little care booklet, and I want to read you, it's not too long, what they say about the process. So it says, marble silk scarf. This exceptional scarf is the outcome of a real treasure hunt. It all started with the discovery of printed fabrics with intriguing motifs in an archival album acquired by the house years ago. The technique used to make these motifs, however, remained a mystery. It took several years of research to finally unveil the origins of the process. It was invented in the first half of the 20th century between Switzerland, Germany, and France, and yet it was in Japan that Hermes met the passionate artists who inherited this know-how from their ancestor who had learned it in Europe long ago. These artisans are the ones who made the marble silk scarf. The process used to create this scarf is unique, executed entirely by hand. First, a paste imbued with different color pigments is prepared, skillfully worked, cut, and laid out in motifs. It forms a design, like inlay work, on a cylinder. The cylinder is then rolled over the silk to print it. The motif gradually becomes more and more refined over the course of the fabrication process, making it such that no two motifs are ever exactly the same, and each piece is unique. From this complex procedure is born a product that is exceptional and eccentric, featuring magnificently imaginative motifs, incredibly diverse effects, and intense colors. And then they say it has to be protected from the rain and only cleaned by a specialist dry cleaner. And like so many Hermes scarves, the color is indeed very vibrant. Let me show you the label from the scarf. This was attached when I got the scarf, but I cut it off, and it looks like that. It has some abbreviations, but it says Carré Twill Marble Scarf, Brie de Gala Marble, and it has HG, not sure what that stands for, rose, ivory, and multicolor. And then it has some numbers, and it has the little Hermes logo on the back. Let me show you a few details that you may have missed when I swooshed it by earlier. First of all, notice that the color said ivory. When I saw this on the website, I thought it was white, and that's why I wore a white shirt today. And gosh, I don't know if it's even gonna show up all that well, but it is not white. It's slightly off-white. I think you can see it there. It's more of a creamy color, ivory, like they're saying. And as I was passing this by earlier, you may have noticed the bees. Those are woven into the fabric. Here's the made in stamp. So it says Hermes Paris, made in Japan, 100% silk. And then on another corner, it has this tag. This is on the front of the scarf, and it's sewn on the ends and not in the middle. It's a little white tag that says Hermes Paris in pink. Here's the edge. So this is the front of the scarf. This is the front of the roll, and then it's folded over onto the front of the scarf, if that makes sense. So if you were to unroll it, you'd start from this side and pull it back. So as you can tell, it's a very special scarf. One of a kind, made in Japan. It has different labels than Hermes silk scarves usually have, and it's such a unique process. Some of you may remember that a while back, I showed you this. This is the doll twilly, and it's from exactly the same collection. That's why it looks so similar. And looks like that. It's just like their twillies, but tiny. And they did make a few regular sized twillies with the marbling pattern, but those were sold out by the time I got to them. This also has the special tags. And what I do with doll twillies, because I have a couple of these, is just wrap them around my wrist and then tie them, and it makes a little bracelet. And then sometimes I have a couple of, what are they called? Twilly charms? Scarf charms? I don't remember. But they're little metal accent pieces that I just slip on there, and then it has a little metallic design on it that looks nice too. I've worn this several times. In the year that I've had this, I still haven't worn it. But I'm so happy to have it, I love it. The reason I haven't worn it is because I am not sure what to wear it with to really showcase it. I don't think it goes well with white because the ivory is too close and it just doesn't quite work. So maybe I need to try it with some of my more colorful tops. But then the silk also has such a sheen to it, it's kind of fancy. So I feel like I need just the right outfit with it. Also, you should know, if you're interested in the marble scarves, this is not the only line they've ever created. They've done them before. You may have come across them on the pre-loved market before. So again, whatever I can find, I will link for you below. And I don't know if they'll ever do another line. I think they have done one since this one. So maybe it's something they do every year. I'm not entirely sure. If any of you know, let us know in the comment section. Now let me tell you how much this cost. When I purchased this Hermes scarves, and this is 90 centimeter by the way, square, they were under $500. They were $4 something. Let's say $450, because I don't remember if it was $470, somewhere around there. Now Hermes 90 centimeter scarves, the regular ones, are about $510, I think. This scarf, being so special, retailed, and this is what I paid for it, for $1,025. So more than twice the price of a regular scarf. Now for me, if you've seen other Hermes scarf videos that I've done, because I have several, I often say the silks, first of all, Hermes has the best silk scarves I've ever seen. They're exquisite in every way. For me, they're worth the cost. This one being so special is worth it to me. To me, I guess it's more like a collector's piece than a piece that I want to wear all the time. And for me, Hermes silks are pieces of art. When I do these videos, people always ask, have you ever framed one? I haven't, because I do wear many of them. But there are special ones that maybe I would frame at some point. But their silks are also a way to get a piece of Hermes, a really beautiful, special piece of Hermes, at a more affordable price tag than many things at Hermes are. So personally, I don't have any bags from Hermes yet, maybe someday, but I do have quite a few silks, and I have several pieces of their home goods, so that would be another way to get into Hermes, get some Hermes pieces into your life without spending, you know, $10,000 or $12,000 on a handbag that you can't even buy. So that is the very, very special piece that I wanted to show you. I'm sorry it took so long. I can't believe I forgot it. I found it in my closet with my other scarves as I'm packing up to move to Oregon. And I thought, oh my God, I never filmed that, did I? So I put it together real quick. Please forgive me. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you back here next time, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.